Okay. All right, Sean, you're on. Do you want me to give you sharing rights or do you need it? Your screen?
I shouldn't need it. The
Okay.
real
All right.
thing is if everyone has a scheduler, if they can try to connect.
Cynthia and Jerry, who's going to handle your AES?
Don Wilcox is going to be one of the main people.
All right. See, she's on, but she's muted. Dawn, have you got your information up? And you're muted also.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to pull up.
You need to open the scheduling software.
All right. I don't think we've ever used the scheduling software. I think in the past we have just done the inputting of the scores. So
Okay.
is that something that we have to download?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't
I'm
that
sorry
sent,
about that.
Dawn?
What's that?
Wasn't that sent already?
I know I've sent it to Kim and Heather before.
I guess you better send it to them. But
I can
Cynthia
hear
and
it.
Dawn, you're gonna have to have a PC, not a Mac. Y'all
That's
have
correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll have my PCs.
Well, I have both, and I'm on the PC right now, so.
All right. You got their email, Sean? You can send it.
What I'm looking at now. All right, Don and Cynthia, I just shared a link to the Google Drive where I have the scheduler sitting. You should be able to download it.
Okay.
So one thing we need to make sure is to go ahead and get you guys to download it. Let's get it installed and make sure you can connect to this test file I've got going. And that way we know that you've got it working for this weekend.
Okay. I'm in a meeting. Thank you. That's all right. Thank you. Don, were you able to get it downloaded?
I think so. Yeah.
Once you download it, you'll have to unzip it. And then you're looking for, within the unzipped folder, you're looking for the event scheduler executable file. When you try to open it on Windows computers, it usually asks you to allow access through the Windows firewall. Just click accept or yes to allow it.
We need Microsoft Office or Excel on the computer.
It's helpful if you want to print out the court schedule. More than likely, you could also do it through Open Office if you don't have a Microsoft account.
All right, mine is still downloading. It says installing.
Yep. Jimmy, as soon as I get the file back from Richard, I'll be able to redo the 12th division.
Be able to do what?
I'll be able to redo that 12s.
Oh,
As soon as I
okay,
get the file back from Richard.
okay. Yeah, I think people are still a little, hadn't read quite what to do to drop a team. Oh. Y'all give me a second. Let me get this phone changed. Jimmy? Is he? From where, ma'am?
All right, I have something that says that it's the scheduler now.
If I could buzz you back,
Unzip-
I'm actually on a Zoom call.
It usually downloads as a zip file. And then you
Yes.
clicked on the executable.
Let me give it to you real quick. Last name is Payton. P is in Paul.
Don, are you
E. Eddie,
following?
B. David. E.
I
Eddie.
think.
Okay.
And
I mean, I have something in front of me.
then
You open up the software.
it's Payton Jimmy at Gmail.
It says scheduler at the top.
Yep.
Okay, then you're good. So now what you need to do,
Oh.
Thank you.
you see at the top there's a row of icons at the very
Yes.
there. All right, so the third icon is the networking icon. And when you click on that, there's going to be two tabs. One's going to say sync update and one's going to say remote score entry.
Yes, I am. That's where I'm at.
All right, you can click on the remote score entry tab. And then the lower box is local client setup.
Mm-hmm.
You want the routed button to be clicked.
Okay.
And under the server nickname, it's the credentials which I sent before, which is test 11, and the password is test 22. And once you have that in, you can click connect. Cynthia, have you got your stuff up yet?
Yeah, so I did what you asked, and then so I clicked on connect.
Okay.
And then it just kind of like made everything like grayish. but
Yep,
it's still
that's accurate.
showing
Yeah,
the
same. Okay.
Now at the top, on the right-hand side of the row of icons, there's one with a red arrow on it. If you click on that icon with the red arrow, that brings up the actual score entry windows.
Okay.
From there, you can choose by court or division. Either one works. And this is where you're going to enter scores. So for instance, if you're on court 1, which is 18 club, you notice that it probably brings up 18 club gold.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it does is because the scheduler reads the time. Just above the 18 gold pull down menu, there's a time pull down menu that says 1500. If you were to click on that pull down menu and click on the icon that says 0800, then it would show you the pool. So as you progress through the day, the scheduling software knows the time. So say for instance, you get to the point where you need to enter match 6 and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You might have to manually adjust the time so that that box shows back up. Because the scheduling software would automatically display the playoffs because it thinks that you're in the playoffs. So for some reason, like pool play disappears and you're not done entering pool play stuff, that's probably why you got to check that time box to make sure that you're showing the right thing. Now, when you're looking at the score entry, there's 3 boxes here. There's the matches box. To the right, there's the actual score entry box. And then in the bottom is the finishes box. Once you get to the point where the pool is finished, you can click that finished box. And what that does is it tells the software that, okay, well, this team's done with pool play. I need to push them over into bracket play. So your brackets probably won't populate until you can click these finished boxes and tell the software to push it into the bracket.
Okay, and then I think the way the Southern Classic ran, and Jimmy, you can verify, is that the refs entered the scores.
They did, and Kim is the one I think that did the QR codes for that. And I'm trying to get with her so she can show me how to do that because I've never done that before.
Okay.
Now,
They didn't.
I have created spreadsheets with match codes for mobile score entry, which you will need the match codes for them to be able to enter those scores remotely. I just have never done created the QR code yet. And Kim says it's really easy. I just haven't we haven't been able to hook up where she can show me.
Okay.
So we'll need to do that with her. But if for some reason you have to enter a score, this is how you're going to do it. And honestly, you'll need to be able to monitor what the scores are that are going in.
Okay.
So you'll need to get to these windows anyway, so you can just make sure that the rest are getting stuff in. Now, as far as printing stuff out, so again, at the top on this row of icons, just to the right of the box with the arrow that we clicked on to get to the score entry, the second one over is one that says reports. Now, if you click on the reports, it takes you to a window that gives you the ability to print a lot of different things. So if you click on the drop-down menu, the top option is to print a score sheet. So if you wanted to print score sheets, this is where you would do it.
Okay, I think I see it.
You know, you gotta have score sheets for the blank header.
Yeah, I grabbed a couple from Heather when I was there.
Okay.
So we have that, and Glenn's gonna print that for us, so we have it.
Now the trick is that obviously if you get into bracket play, you've got to print those as you go.
Okay.
You can't pre-print.
Can't pre-print,
because you
okay.
don't know what teams are going to be at. So again,
Gotcha.
you can't start printing brackets until all those pools are finished, and then you can print your bracket stuff. That's the downside to printing score sheets, is that you got to wait till everything finishes up from the pool side before you can print the bracket stuff.
Okay.
I mean, the nice side is that the girls don't have to fill anything in, and you can probably they're not trying to read their handwriting, but
Yeah,
it does cause a little bit of a delay there.
yeah. So it takes time, but it also saves time because then it takes the girls long to write it down anyway. So
Sure,
I guess
absolutely.
it kind of evens out.
Now, another option in this drop-down menu is one that says court schedule. So if you
Okay.
click on that and then you click open, it's going to open in an Excel spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
And here is where you basically have a full grid and you just need to expand the cells out, but you have a full grid of the tournament.
Mhm.
Now, if you notice, when you look at the match, the matches on the court schedule, for instance, court 1 at 8 a.m. says 18 Club Pam21, and then next to it says MC 50468. That's the match code. So
Mhm.
if you have an official entering the score for that match, they're going to need that match code,
Okay.
because the QR code only gets them to the score entry page. It
Mhm.
doesn't get them to the specific match.
Yeah. I think Dawn knows how to create a QR code.
I do.
So
Yeah.
I think if she just has the link then she could create it. And I took a picture. I might have taken a picture of Jimmy's QR code.
Oh, I did too. Actually, when we were walking around that day.
Heather,
Yeah.
Heather probably can tell you. I think she.
No,
Now, here's the tricky part of it, is that you're going to need a specific URL
Yep.
to create that QR code.
Mhm.
And I can generate that, since I'm going to be hosting the server.
Mhm.
I can generate that URL code and send it to you. And then you guys can create the QR code from that.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, just if you could send us the link and I guess a password is
Yeah.
what it asks for.
It'll
And
have
then-
it'll have a mobile. You'll basically, the password and nickname that we use today is just for testing. I will send you the actual username and password and mobile entry password.
Okay.
And normally we wouldn't establish that until Friday, just because of all the changes that are happening.
Yes.
Trying to wait as long as we can.
Mhm.
We could potentially do it Thursday night. Just there's a chance that
Something else might
something
change.
might change. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have the printer in Rock Hill, so we can print them Friday night. So I mean, it only takes 2 seconds to make the QR code.
So that's
So-
not a problem. And I like to turn the tournament on Friday night and just leave it on. That way, if something crazy happens, like my alarm doesn't go off or something like that, the tournament's already on. We don't have to worry about me oversleeping.
All right.
Let's see. I don't think what else. Yeah, those are the two big things, is being able to print stuff, and knowing where the score entry is.
Yeah, I think that's what we needed. I knew I didn't have the software because when I was looking at Heather's computer, it's like, okay, I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Or I did, but it was several years ago.
Mhm.
And then so now that we have that downloaded, I guess we should be okay.
Yeah, you should be good.
So then whenever the tournament is ready to begin, what do we do to open up? So just open up that software again and everything is for that tournament is there.
Yep, open up the software, log in, and as soon as you get a connection, you're good to go.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you had that test 11 and then
Yep.
or whatever that was. Okay.
Now, in 15 Club, let's see. I think it's the only one on the first day. 15 Club in Group A, there are the first 3 pools have what we call pending receipts. Are you familiar with those?
Yeah, I think so.
Basically, what we've got is we have 3 14 pools going into 3 14 brackets. And because that the software doesn't have the ability to do that automatically, we have to manually move those teams. So basically, we have to wait for all 3 of those pools to finish, then manually move them into the correct playoff positions. And normally I'll do that on my side. So I'm going to be watching it, and then if there's a delay, and you can call me too and say, hey, those 3 pools are done, we're ready to reseed them. And then I will reseed them. Usually just takes, 3 to 5 minutes to do it. And then you can print the score sheets once that's done. Now I think there are 2 or 3 divisions that have that on the second day, but on the first day, it's just this one division of 15 club, group A, that's got it.
Mhm.
So if people look on AES, they're going to see if they look in the brackets, they're going to see there's going to see a pending receipt in there, and it's not going to have a team yet. And that's what that means. We're just waiting for those schools to finish so we can manually move them.
Okay.
You guys got any other questions?
No, I think that's it. Don, do you have any questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay, you guys all have my cell phone number just in case.
Yeah, I think I have it, and I'll just text you just to make sure.
Yep. I'm available. Yeah.
Okay, and I'll just share it with Don. We might, I mean, I
might
could
have it.
actually make a small group me with just like us on it or whatever, or just a text message, I guess, with all of us on it.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, I think we're good. If you want to just send us the link and that password, then that would be great.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow night. So you
Okay.
have it for Friday.
Yep. And then Jimmy, I'm sorry, I had a question that doesn't really deal with Sean, but we collect rosters again, or the officials collect rosters and then they give it to us? How does that work?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. I collected rosters actually at check-in, and then they checked rosters each day. So I didn't need theirs. They just checked them.
And then which one do you want us to turn into? The one that we collect at check-in?
Yeah,
Or the ones that they checked? Okay.
Yeah. that'll be
All right.
fine. All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
Guys,
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
see you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you.